Good morning, everyone, and welcome in. Before we get into this morning's update, I want to go over a quick synopsis of what we're going to discuss in this morning's update. We'll continue to talk about Bitcoin as it holds onto that 71,000 handle. It maintains that 70,500 and some change level of resistance that it's now flipped to support. A hold of this level would confirm the signal of a move to 77,900 and some change. We'll go over that in this update so that we can get on the same page. XRP's pretty flat on the day, around 52.66 cents. We're looking to break up and push out past 53.7 cents, ultimately pushing up to our mid-tier handle resistance around 56.4 cents, and then trying to push up and out past the mid-tier handle resistance and push the handle resistance up at around 63 cents. And then some very big fireworks can happen if we can break that level. But we'll go over some of this during today's update. We'll go over the XRP Bitcoin pairing as I've continued to add to it yesterday. It's come up a little bit since I bought it yesterday because it was around the 735 sat level. But we'll go over that as well. And we'll take an overall look at what XRP is looking like against the market or in its own little rally that it's attempting to make. But we'll also talk about Monica Long, the Ripple. Here, let me just go over here so I can show everybody. We'll play this video about the Ripple president, talking about the Ripple stablecoin and how it's to be expected at some point towards the end of this year. So this is a very short video that I'm going to play. And then we'll also get into some reading. We'll get into the XRP price prediction for June 6th just because it'll help balance our own technical analysis. But I'd also like to look at the Ripple CTO issues critical warning to the XRP community. And we'll just go over some of the news and notes that are happening here. So please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube will recommend this update. If you hit that like button, YouTube will put it through the recommendation. So if you're looking through the YouTube news feed, my content will pop up. Even if you're not a viewer, if you are a viewer, subscriber, non-subscriber, it'll allow you to find your way to my community and we will have a more active discussion. So I'm going to play the intro, and I'll give you a minute to hit that like button. If you're looking to trade XRP in the USA or around the world, BITUNIX is in the video description below, the lowest spot and leverage trading fees in the world, or I mean at least in the USA. Video description below and our pinned comments. You don't need to do a VPN anywhere in the world, so you don't need to feel like a criminal to trade XRP or crypto that you're trying to trade. And then you don't need to do a KYC unless you send or receive from a bank account. So unless you send money to a bank account or receive from a bank account, you don't need to do a KYC, but you want to in that event so that your account stays safe. So make sure you look at that in the video description below and our pinned comments. And MEXC, where I trade the XRP Bitcoin pairing, is also down in the video description below and our pinned comments. They've got Pikamoon and many other cryptocurrencies that are up and coming. So take a look there. So I'll see you on the other side of the intro, but please hit that like button. Good morning, 7:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, June 6th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So let's get through this update. I've got to go with Julie to take our son to the GI doctor this morning. We got to be there at like 8:50 area, so we got to leave here in about 45 minutes. So I wanted to do this update before we left, just to check up to make sure everything is healing properly, and to see where we get further feeding from. So it'll be an interesting visit. It should be a quick one, and then we'll be back home. So we look forward to at least getting an update. So first off, XRP right now is still above the cup and handle support. Very critical level of support here, a very critical formation. Yesterday we did have a little bit of consolidation, but if you were part of the live, we talked very clearly about what was going on. 4 hourly looks like a nice reversal candle starting to take place. Got 2 minutes and 58 seconds, and this looks like a decent candle here. In the next couple minutes, we'll watch this, but it looks like it's going to engulf back over the 4 hourly at 52.60. This could be a decent candle here to close. So we'll see if this is the first step of a reversal back towards the top side. In the 2 hour time frame, We're trying to bounce off the golden cross area. We already had the 20 cross the 200, and now we've just had the 50 come through the 200, which is a more concrete golden cross. As soon as the 50 crosses the 200, it's more of a confirmation that the pattern trend reversal is in fact pushing up. In the 2 hourly, we did have a brief push up to 52.77. Again, it looks like we're right around that 52.60 area for this candle close, and that's in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 8 seconds. So we'll see how this pans out. But that golden cross is definitely a nice continuation indicator. We do have an inverse head and shoulders formed. In the 4 hourly, we have a nice reversal candle. And if this continues, even the daily has a nice candle as well. 4 hourly looks like a reversal. Daily looks like it's trying to hold serve here. That looks like a reversal in the making. But if we can push up throughout the day, we've got a lot of time here to push up and try to test that 53.3 cent area. That would be ideal. A close up and over 53.3 cents today. It's not a massive move, but it would be a pertinent move for what we need to do here today. As Bitcoin is up to 71,178 here, up 70 points. Last night it went down during the live to about 69,600, 700 area. I mean 70,600 area, but we talked about as long as we held the 70,536, that is a major support. Right now the daily time frame is engulfing to the top, but we haven't had any major rally in the first 12 hours. So if we can push up out of here, the next technical target, which it's the technical target breaking bullish out of this pennant flag, but with this layer of resistance that was formed over the top, you need to get over and hold 70,536 to confirm the signal on this pennant flag that formed this inverse head and shoulders that we front ran big time, and we were trying to predict it, which it's starting to play out. That would put us up to 77,965, and you confirm that with the hold at 70,536, which we have done over the last day now. So we'll see if this has a bullish rally here, but that is absolutely what I'm looking at with Bitcoin, as it's on a cup and handle, and if it pushes bullishly out of this, the technical move top side, if it can get on top of 77,965, out of this consolidation, it's actually up towards 77,965, but the actual wholesale of this move before any major resistance, if we can get over that area, is 88,000. Now, if you get on top of that, now you're talking about 139K if you hold it, but that's so far off in the abyss right now. You can keep it there. We can pay attention to it in case it plays bullish, but we've got two major areas of resistance at 77,965 and then 88K before we could even think about that. So pay attention to Bitcoin as it's starting to push in our favor here once again. We've got the XRP Bitcoin pairing up 0.14% to the 740 sat level. Continue to be patient here and continue to buy every single day. It gives me an opportunity. I'm now over 10,100 XRP after yesterday, or right around 10,100 XRP additional after yesterday's purchase because of how cheap it was yesterday. It was about the 735 sat level. 736, I ended up buying another $100 worth. So the position continues to grow. It's right at about $5,300 of my own money in it right now. And at current times, it was down $52 before I logged on here to do this update. So I'm continuing to buy at this descending structure. It's on the bottom side. But as we've stated, it could have to come all the way down here to 712 to exhaust this completely. In the different time frames, the relative strength index is starting to come back into our favor a little bit. 4 hourly, we're oversold, and it's starting to press a little bit back up, or back down, I should say. 3 hourly's broke a little bullish. 2 hourly, according to the RSI, is starting to break a little bullish, but we don't know yet. We'll see how it pans out in today's daily. The weekly time frame's oversold. Daily could be trying to find a bottom here at the 736 sat level. So we'll see. But in order for that to happen, we're going to have to come back up to about the 745 to 750 sat level today. And then in tomorrow's daily candle, we could start to make a little break to the top side. But we're waiting for a push by XRP. We're absolutely waiting for a push for XRP. And I believe this is a very undervalued spot and a very keen way to add to your XRP position by the XRP Bitcoin pairing. So it'd give you the opportunity to sell it back into the Bitcoin if it's coming overweighted. Or you can sell it back into just XRP if it becomes more of a valuable transaction there, if that's the way you approach it. When it comes to the second part of the XRP chart, If we were to break down and lose that 51.8 cents roughly on the cup and handle, you've got 51.1 underneath. We certainly don't want this daily candle to put in this reversal, so we really do want to start breaching up here as the day goes on, but that could very well be a reversal candle in the daily. We're getting skewed indicators here. 4 hourlies engulfing right now in this 4-hour candle, and we're bouncing off the 200 day. So if this could make a rally up towards the 53.3 cents during today's candle, that daily time frame is going to turn into a very beautiful bullish candle to start tomorrow. So only time will tell how this plays out. The US dollar currency index is flat at 104.338. We've got pretty much precious metals picking up a little bit of steam. We talked about the opportunity even yesterday during the live with B2 gold back to 273. It's up 4 cents or 1.47% in after or pre-market. I talked about how I bought $1,080 worth of Barrett gold on the dump, and I bought it at $16.43. It's up about 2% since I bought it, somewhere around there. But that was just a day and a half ago when we had that dump, not yesterday, the day before. Silver's rebounded nicely, up almost 1% to $30.27, taking over that $30 handle. And gold's up about 30 bucks from the drop. $2.70 today. Yesterday is up about 28 bucks, pushing that 2,360 handle. So we'll continue to keep an eye on gold and silver, but I wanted to run through it real quick. XRP market cap's up over 29 billion, up 22.18 billion or 0.08%, 29.178 billion. And that's a big number because we want to be on top of this potential golden cross here, and we want to continue to ride the 200 up. And if we do, I mean, in time, if this pans out properly, 31.2 billion is going to be on tap. It's just if we do rotate back down, it's going to come back to that uptrending support at 28.6, and then we'll see where we stand. So that's a lot of the technical analysis I wanted to do. Now let's read this Ripple price prediction for June 6th to see how it looks against our own. We'll look to see what Monica Long, the Ripple president, said about the Ripple stablecoin this year in about a minute and a half video. So XRP price prediction for June 6th. Buyers have failed to keep the weekend's rise according to CoinStats. The price of XRP has dropped by 0.47% since yesterday. On the hourly chart, the rate of XRP is closer to the local support level than the resistance. If the situation does not change, one can expect a level breakout followed by a move to 52 cents. On the bigger time frames, the price of the altcoin is falling after a failed attempt to fix above the 53 cent mark. If buyers cannot seize the initiative by the end of the day, the correction may lead to a test of the 51 cent area soon. From the midterm point of view, it is too early to make any distant price projections, as only a few days remain until the candle's closure, and they're talking about the weekly candle. In this regard, ongoing sideways trading in the wide range of 50 to 54 cents is a more likely scenario. XRP is trading and it's just above 52.35. It's at about 52.6 cents at current times. And then the one real thing I wanted to read here, and we can read more in tonight's live. We can read about the hurdles, but the Ripple CTO issues a critical warning to the XRP community. Ripple's chief technology officer, CTO, David Schwartz, known on the X social platform as formerly Twitter, at Joel Katz, has published a tweet to warn the XRP army against falling for a new phishing scam he has encountered on Elon Musk's X network. So David Schwartz shared a tweet of X user, which contains a screenshot of a direct message he had received on X recently. Schwartz commented explaining to the XRP community that should anyone receive a DM like this, it is fake. The author of the message claims that he/she belongs to the X support team, and they informed the recipient that his/her account is currently under investigation for copyright violations. The message requires that the recipient should provide feedback on this acquisition within 24 hours. To do that, he/she is required to follow a link provided in the message to complete a form. Failure to do that within the specified period of time would cause the suspension of the X account. If you receive a DM anything like this as fake, the link goes to a phishing site that will collect your login and personal information. According to the screenshot, the sender has more than 210,000 followers and joined X in December 2010, long before Twitter was acquired by Elon Musk and rebranded as X. Schwartz warned his followers not to follow that link if they receive a similar message. He explained that the link goes to phishing site, and users will have their X login and personal information collected. Their absolute proof I am not Satoshi, Ripple CTO. Approximately a week ago, high-ranking Ripple executive Schwartz published a post to once again refute the rumor about him being the enigmatic creator of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto. The company's CTO often has to dispel such allegations, but many within the crypto community will seem to be certain that it was swore to bless the world by creating the very first cryptocurrency. Back on that day, Schwartz published a selfie from the Consensus 2024 event that showed himself and a guy wearing a glittering mask of a golden hue and a hood, hinting that this person preferred to stay anonymous, similar to Satoshi Nakamoto. Finally, absolute proof I am not Satoshi, Schwartz wrote. Prior to that, Schwartz tweeted that the idea of him being Satoshi was not true but plausible. So the Ripple CTO offered a warning about a phishing scam, so pay attention to that. And then I wanted to watch what Ripple President Monica Long said about the stablecoin possibilities here in 2024. If you made it until the end here, hashtag be better, do better in the comments. Don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ on this fine Thursday morning. Make sure you're being helpful in the comments. We want positivity over negativity, helpfulness over hurtfulness, love over hate. We want to be together, not divided. So we want to make sure we're helping and not pushing somebody away who's looking for advice. We do get a lot of criticism here because a lot of people have lost the ability to think that XRP is going to be anything sustainable. A lot of people have lost the will to continue the dedication required when you're in an accumulation phase. But the ones who stick around are going to be blessed eternally in ways they can't even imagine yet. We had a new partnership yesterday when it comes to cross-border payments for Ripple that I talked about in the live, so make sure you watch that. And we'll continue to front run what's going on with XRP Ripple. If you do appreciate my work, make sure to hit the subscribe button and join the over 21,600 subscribers. If you do appreciate my work, consider joining Tom's Army. I would love to see the first new member of this month. Would love to see the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. And I will do my darndest to get many, many more to join the movement with us and join Tom's Army. Or if you don't want to join Tom's Army, you can always send one YouTube super chat per month to help pay it forward and help me fund this program and allow me not to have to do paid promotions, advertisements, or sponsorships of any kind. I appreciate giving a free viewing experience and allowing the audience to get the information they need without charging $1 to make for the content. Other than that, when you're watching the XRP price action, as this will be the last thing I show before I log off, and then we got to take my son to the GI doctor just to take a look at the G-tube to make sure everything's going good. He's been feeding great, so we expect a very good checkup. And then we can also get some information of when they're going to send more of his food. But when you're watching the XRP chart, make sure you're watching that 51.8 level very closely, as that is the cup and handle support. We're up about 52.6 cents right now, so we do have some room underneath. And we want to hold that cup and handle. That's a multi-year formation, and it's a very bullish setup from a technical perspective. If you're an analyst or if you're looking to make a trade, you look for that cup and handle formation to show up in technical analysis, and it tells you that a possible trend continuation to the top side from a reversal from a drop is imminent unless it were to lose that handle support. And right now we're very much so within that cup and handle. And that would be first layer. We would push up. We have a pivot point at 53.7 cents. You get on top of that, you'll push up to the mid-tier handle resistance around 56.2 cents. If that is cleared, then you start to push up towards that 62 to 64 cent level, which is the cup and handle resistance. And a successful break over the cup and handle and break back up. The confirmation wouldn't happen until you break that 94.7 cent resistance. But then it would confirm the move up to at least $1.14 to $1.18, which is a 118% move from here. So there is opportunity, but we'll talk about that later on tonight in the live, and we'll end it with this.
I want to move away from the markets onto Ripple, because you made a big announcement earlier this year around a Ripple stablecoin. Why?
US dollar stablecoins are a major market. So stablecoins overall today are about $160 billion in market cap. You see projections of this market reaching about $3 trillion within the next 4 to 5 years. And I think that's for a few reasons. One is just demand to hold US dollars, easy access to US dollars in various parts of the world. Two, for payments, which has been the core of our business for many years. So the reason we're entering this market is we see demand from our customers, financial institutions of various types, who want to use blockchain for more efficient global payments and want to do it using a US dollar stable. Ripple, we have a 10+ year legacy of being a very trusted, compliant, secure player in the enterprise space. So I think we're a great candidate to bring a trusted US dollar stable to the market.
There are a lot of people wanting me to ask this question. When are you planning to launch it?
We're working on it right now, and you can expect to see more from us later this year.
So is it likely going to launch this year then?
Likely.
Have you begun buying the assets?